I would never allow somebody to cream pie in me if I knew that their diet was shit. They're filling their body with poison.
If their diet was shit, that would affect a cream pie?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get BV. It tastes like gasoline.
If you can't even take care of your own body, you think I'm going to let you put your DNA inside of me? You can fuck off a cliff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pillow Time! I can't sing, but welcome to the show, babies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast. This is Pillow Talk. I'm your host, Ryan Pownell, the #1 adult show in the world. We thank you guys for tuning in every week. Big deal today. First episode with Jerkmate as our presenting title sponsor, the #1 adult campsite in the world. I jerked off on there with this girl, Jessica from Colombia, for an hour last night. Best time of my life. Unbelievable. I love her. I want to fly her down to marry her. Jerkmate is the best. We're so happy to have them. Co-hosting today, back on the show. She was actually on the Brandy Love episode.
I was.
Classic episode.
Hello.
Classic episode.
Yeah.
But she was a little shy. We're trying to break her out of her shell this week. She's the hardest worker in the industry. She shoots 2 to 4 scenes a day. This is Hayley Davies.
Hi, guys.
Also my neighbor. 5 doors down. Same floor.
Yeah, same floor.
How about that?
We love that.
We're sauna buddies.
I hear everything.
I hear everything.
Shut up.
Who was that?
What
Hollywood
am I-
Cash last night?
Oh,
He moans loud. He moans loud.
Get real.
Our guest today, for 2.5 years, she has been my dream. I've DM'd her 642 times, I counted. As a little boy growing up in Ottawa, Canada, there was 2 girls in my life. I had braces, ugly hair, and I could only count on Mia Malkova and Rachel Starr. They were always there for me every night when I went home.
That's right.
Started her career back in 2007
Yes.
when a director from Hustler discovered her at Hustler Strip Club.
He wasn't a director from Hustler. Yeah, he was just at Hustler.
He was a director at Hustler. Because you were stripping at Hustler.
Oh, yeah, okay. So there...
As a director inside Hustler.
Yes, inside Hustler. But he wasn't a director for Hustler, yes.
The greatest brunette to ever grace the cameras. Rachel Starr.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You know, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I've been dreaming of this moment since I was a little boy.
What can I do to make you not nervous?
Oh, I can think of many things.
We do have an OnlyFans page, Rachel Starr. Oh, it's so nice to see you. And you're nice. You're a human being.
Thank you.
Sweet angel.
Yeah, I'm human.
Yeah, you play pickleball. You
I do.
dance. Mm-hmm. You know, our first guest, co-host, thank you for showing up. You know, I was upset. And your first concern was she okay?
I really do want to make sure she's okay.
Good heart.
Like something must have happened.
Good heart.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on in your life now.
Oh my gosh, I've got so many things. So on you want to start with the personal side or the work side or like just flow with it?
Let's go with the work because you did 17 years, is it? 14,
Yes.
17.
Yeah, so this makes 17 years. Started in 2007. I've done over 600 movies.
Legend. Legend.
And lots of contracts that were exclusive throughout. Lots of awards, Hall of Fame awards, like all the things. So I kind of like I hit all the markers, and I'm still going strong. I'm still filming. I'm still making content. It's all like just straight on my OnlyFans and just driving that. Kind of like a beast, really. Like OnlyFans has really become like a monster of a platform to.
You must be fucking caking on that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're
But
exclusive
it's
to OnlyFans.
Like we're talking 7-figure days for Rachel Starr. She's rich.
But no, it's beautiful. You know, OnlyFans is interesting because with all of the experience in professional filming, you have so many scripts that you've gone through that have kind of like perfectly set you up for fantasies and just to be on like off the cuff, like come up with something. And I think that's the years and years of professional sets and all of the scripts that have been thrown at. Or, I mean, how many times have you necessarily been on set? You have your original script and then something happens with the location or whatever it is. And on the fly, like we have to just flip it.
Yeah.
And it has to be something completely different.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's one of the big things that's helped with OnlyFans is having kind of like all of those just, you know, like in a little file in the back of my head.
So
and
wait.
like off the cuff, I can just like make any content and just
You become more creative.
Are you acting in your OnlyFans scenes?
What do you mean acting?
Like the full on like build up.
Yeah, like I do like a fantasy build out, like
Fucking see,
like
that's
the
what I like.
intros, yeah.
That's
like
what I
one of
like.
my favorites.
You don't like Gonzo. Is that what you're saying?
Don't like Gonzo.
Yeah.
I'd like to
He
see a
likes
build
the whole
up.
intro.
Well, I think technically.
How did we get here? Why
Yeah,
did fucking
yeah.
So I think technically mine would still be considered Gonzo because my intro is like a minute.
Yeah, but no one else is even doing that. Trust me.
I think that's still.
I've seen every girl's OnlyFans video of all time, all right? No one's doing a minute even.
Really?
Yeah, they're just dildos there. I'm like, what even turned you on, baby? How did we get here? You know?
That's quite shocking, actually. So I don't know. I think one of my favorites is probably like the Peep and Tom, like where I'm like, I have my shutters and I'm like looking out the shutters. I've got like this little outfit and I'm just like,
Oh, that's
you know,
hot.
whether it's, you know, the neighbor's husband or I don't know, the mailman, whatever it is. And it's like just trying to like peep, catch my little show or
We like that.
I'm all hot and bothered. Like there he is again,
Because we think it could happen to us.
hot.
Yeah.
Us idiots say, that's going to be
Yeah.
me. If I move to Dallas, that's me.
Yeah, or the baby oil stuff is always a really big one for me. Like, if I had to pick two fetishes that were my favorite, I would say if it has to do with baby oil, I'm all over it, and water.
But isn't it just a fucking bitch after you're done shooting?
my God.
It never comes off. You probably still have some on now.
But to me, I feel like baby oil works in your favor because it's like you're not having to pull out a lube bottle on top of it. Like you're already ready. You're ready to rock. You're like, let's go.
I find I have done the baby oil sex once. I tried it with an ex.
Yeah.
And it's so slippery. It's like sex in a pool. Too wet.
Yeah.
You don't
Where
feel the
it's like
vagina.
And have you
Right.
ever like gone to eat the pussy with baby oil? It's the most feral taste.
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh my God, I did it once. I was like, oh.
Well, I think also like so we used to do a lot of like actual baby oil. We just call them baby oil scenes now, but we mostly like use coconut oil, which
That's better.
does have
A lot
a better
nicer.
taste for sure. The problem that people don't realize with coconut oil is when your saliva mixes with coconut oil, it turns white.
That's kind of hot. It's creamy.
It can be, but sometimes it can be like not
what's
the
going
visual
on there.
effect that you're going for.
I've actually had that happen where I'm doing like a blowjob and jerking it and it's going white and I'm like, ew, this looks like I've got some weird white spit coming out.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Rabies.
And that is the only oil I know of that it's like something to do with the chemistry of mixing with your saliva and it turns white.
didn't
It's like,
know
what is
It
that?
makes
It's like a
sense.
milky white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. But so anyway, back to my original. So yeah, we used to originally use baby oil. And so it, now is more, oh God, we've done grapeseed oil. Like our industry
Grapeseed
really
oil.
has gone through
Okay.
phases with
How do you like
this.
the grapeseed oil?
You guys just get bored and make it up.
yeah.
I think
You're like,
that
let's
a lot
use
of,
deer oil today.
Oh my heavens to Betsy. So I think a lot of people in the industry, contrary to like what people would think, there's a lot of very health conscious people and baby oil really isn't that great for you to be putting inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, so baby oil scenes I think are my favorite. The way it glistens on the skin, it looks amazing under like whether it's indoor lights or outdoor lights. You don't have to worry about lube. You're already lubed up. It makes skin pop in every right way. The only downside to oil is your makeup is melting off your face. Like
And your hair.
yeah. Oh, your hair. But almost
The
the hair
eyeliner.
kind of looks like okay because it's almost like you're out of a pool, like wet hair, like shower hair.
Yeah.
But it's not going to hold a curl. It's just going to be
no.
bored straight.
Yeah.
It's not holding a curl.
But when are adult stars going to stop wearing eyeliner? It always gets messed up.
Yeah, but you know,
Every
why do you
scene.
need
Is that
it?
on purpose?
on some level, I mean, that's kind of a fetish. It's like making her mascara run
You know
down
what?
her face.
It turns me on.
too.
Yeah. It
like
turns me
that
on.
was
You always see those hot pictures with it
yeah, where
running,
it's
and
like
I'm
it's like
damn.
the give no fucks.
So
like
it's-
I don't
it's
care.
on
I'm
purpose.
after this.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
I feel like I
good.
can't pull it
Good
off
to know.
though.
But then water, on the other hand, to me, it can't be just water. Like I don't want to do just water. It has to be baby oil with water because
Okay.
when baby oil is on the skin, the water beads up on it so beautifully. Oh my! And if you get goosebumps, like the whole thing, like oh, I just think it's so beautiful.
full
The
High
baby oil
quality.
and the booty queens, it's like it's a must, right?
Yeah, well,
Oh
tits
my
too,
God,
because if they
yes.
have big tits,
Fair.
I mean, like that whole
Fair.
I mean, honestly, even if they don't have an ass and they don't have to, baby oil makes
really just
everyone
sex.
It looks like you have an
Just
ass.
sex
Yeah.
and baby oil.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing for sure. So yeah, those would be my two favorites. But yeah, so I do all kinds of fantasy things for OnlyFans. But I think all of that comes on the back of just being in the industry for so long that, you know, professional production companies put so much money and research into what is trending and what are people looking for. So I didn't have to do that research. You know, it's like I learned what all of this stuff was through being a professional actress. And now I get to utilize that knowledge, and I have like this file folder of all these fantasies in my brain. But now I get to be the director.
Yes.
I get to write my own script. And it's quite interesting, and it's also kind of humbling.
Well, I'll speak for all men when I say there's not enough reverse cowgirl POV in this world. You have an iconic one, though. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
With the hair up?
Yes.
The crawl? That's like your GOAT scene. Yes. I've watched that one 650 times. That was my fuck, page 12 of the hub. Go-to. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Who is that guy, by the way?
Oh, God.
No one knows. That is an anonymous legend.
Who was that?
Yeah, you see, you don't even remember.
Well, I mean, I've done so many freaking scenes. How do you keep up with all of them? You know what's funny is on OnlyFans not long ago, there was someone that was like adamant. You couldn't see anything but like the lower half of me and like my iconic flower tattoo, right? And it's like this cream colored couch, which also, how many cream colored couches have you shot films,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
this isn't narrowing it down. And like, so all I have is like my flower, a cream colored couch, and this guy's dick. And I'm sitting here going, and they want to know who the male performer was. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, do you think I memorized what these dicks look like? Like,
I too,
how am
I get
supposed
offended.
to?
Yeah.
Because
I feel
I bring
like-
up scenes to girls and no one knows anything. You guys shoot and just forget the next day. You get men in black.
I remember all mine, but after a period of time, it
You're
might not
new
be
in the
like
game.
that.
So I
Yeah.
was really good for a long time that like anybody could almost throw any picture or anything at me. And I could even remember the script, like what the storyline was about. But I think after you're about in for 5 years, if you're shooting like consistently after about 5 years, your brain just can't hold the information
Yeah.
anymore. And you
That's fair.
have to start deleting files. Like literally.
I had a guy at this party the other night, though, try to tell me I've shot with him 3 times. He was acting like I was uncool for not remembering him. And I was like,
Who's the guy?
I don't know, because I've never shot with him. He kind of looked like Jason Love, though.
Oh.
Did you see the tall guy with the tattoos? And I was just like, it was bizarre.
Who's your favorite
Convinced.
guy to shoot with ever, Rachel Starr?
That's really hard.
A lot of good scenes with Johnny. Johnny's got to be
yeah.
your guy.
Both Johnnies are really good. Johnny Castle and Johnny Sins. Definitely the top.
And would you just, while we're on the subject, would you rank Johnny Sins way above Kieran Lee? We're all on the same page? Okay.
They're two totally different
just
performers.
joking. I'm just joking around.
It's hard to put those, compare them to because they're just two totally different performers. Like their styles are just so
Yeah.
wildly
Oh, yeah.
different.
On camera and off camera.
Yeah, I would say if I had to pick who I had the absolute most chemistry with for the majority of my career was Mike Stefano.
Oh, yeah. He's hot.
Especially in the beginning of my career, I worked with him a lot and we had just, I don't know, something just clicked every time we worked together. It just hit,
Did you catch a bit of feels for Mike Stefano?
No, I've never caught feels for anybody in
Never?
the industry. No.
People are catching feels.
Yeah, I know it
Yeah.
definitely happens. There's a lot of like relationships and marriages and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff in the industry. I just never did. But I think in the later part of my career, because Mike has gone in and out of retirement so many times. So there was actually, he just recently came back. But God, he was.
I
gone
think
for
he's the one
years.
catching feels.
He's the one catching feels. I highly doubt that. But and I would say towards the latest part of my career, chemistry wise, because also like even Johnny wasn't shooting for a long time. Johnny Sins didn't shoot for a while.
We miss him dearly.
It probably is Johnny
Yeah,
Sins.
it's Johnny. I know.
It probably is Johnny
Rachel,
Sins.
if you have any questions about your career, ask me.
Just ask you.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
I know more than
got
you.
it. So just going forward, if I'm on any other podcast, can I just put you on speakerphone so I can be
100%. Yeah, fact check.
Yeah.
Call a friend.
You'll just
50-50.
be my personal fact check.
You
of my
actually
whole
ruined
career.
sex for me because, you're so good at the torque riding thing.
Okay.
And then the first time I had sex, it was in a car. It was a girl on top. And she was just kind of like scooting her chair to like the lunch table. And I was like, this isn't what Rachel does. Like, where's the twerking? You ruined it for me.
Bless her heart. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
I was like, what is this motion?
She was just trying to grind it out.
Yeah.
She wasn't worried about you. She was worried about herself.
Yeah.
no. Everyone can be Rachel Starr.
So, you gave me a lot of pros in my life, but like that one con.
Aw.
Terrible virginity.
Well, I'm not apologizing for it. Definitely not apologizing.
Would you say
for
you
it.
invented that, the twerk ride?
Definitely not. But it happened by mistake.
Oh, yeah?
It actually involved Mike Stefano. I was
think
on set.
I can see.
Back in the day, there was they had a DVD company called Red Light District, and it was Juan Cuba was the director, and I was working with Mike Stefano. See, I do remember big details on some of them still.
For the ones you like.
That's right. Those are your feelings for.
So I was really new. I think this was maybe my 4th or 5th scene ever. And I was a stripper before, and obviously twerking on stage is like a big thing. So we had started the scene. I'm already kind of fucking around with Mike, and
Wait, what does that mean? Already fucking around with Mike?
like his dick is already hard, so we're already kind of like,
Fluffing.
Off cam?
I call it a warm up. It's like
Wow.
a warm up.
Wow.
It's like a warm up. Like we're just trying to stay in the mood. I'm trying to keep him hard. I want to stay wet. But here's the thing, like on set.
Is this making like kissing or is just touching?
No, we're just kind of like grinding it out. Like he's just staying inside of me, and we're keeping the motion going.
Staying inside of you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was like the scene had started, right? But it's like, it's the beginning of it. But here's what always happens on set. Like, oh my gosh. And it drives everybody crazy on set. A freaking plane will drive over, or somebody's dog starts barking,
Right.
and the microphones pick it up, and there's nothing you can do. Or kids have gotten out of school and like they're playing in the backyard, and you're like,
Cock blocks.
you cannot continue to record when children are playing in the backyard, or if there's a loud dog going nuts. Like you have to just wait. You can't go over there and be like, can you tell your kids to go inside?
I'm very
Like, we're
amazed by them
filming
keeping
porn
their
here.
penis up
You know?
during those moments.
Well, that's why he's staying inside.
Yeah, fair.
To keep it up.
So things like that happen. And then also something as simple as like, depending on how much natural light we're using, clouds going over the sun, like, right? So it's like, okay, we have to wait, stop, or we have to adjust lights. Well, I don't know. Some girls stop, some girls don't. I guess it's just whatever your preference is. But to me, like the start and go, like just because the camera's cut, if I know that it's not going to be more than like 2 or 3 minutes, I'm not going to get off of his dick.
Yeah, fair.
Like I'm going to keep the flow and the energy
I hope
there.
you're
So when they
building
say
overtime.
action,
Yeah.
I'm still in that same energy flow, right? Because don't you feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable if there's like a hard cut? And then
Yeah.
they're like, okay, we need you to get back in the exact same position and the exact same heightened amount of energy. It's just kind of a little bit awkward.
Might as
But
well
if you
keep
just,
fucking.
yeah, but if you just stay in it, and then it's just like, okay, camera's on, let's go, and you're already there.
It's a lot easier for the guy
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm with that. Yeah. Okay, who's your favorite female to shoot with all time, ever?
It was always Eva Angelina was always hands down my favorite girl, but she also retired
Good one.
long time ago. Actually, she's getting back in. Speaking of somebody that she just started her OnlyFans.
Oh, good.
Just started it. Just got her Instagram account
So
today.
what, she
just got her
retired?
Twitter account today.
So what was she doing?
So she did a lot of things. She retired. She first went to cosmetology school. Then she got her real estate license. Then I think it was paramedic first, then EMT, then firefighter. So she's been a firefighter for a while now.
That's amazing.
And then
that's hot.
now she's decided, so she's still doing real estate. And I think that that's really where her passion is. Like she's such an outgoing person, and she loves the hustle, but she misses it, And so she's coming back. So literally today, she had just started her Twitter, her Instagram.
Well, you got to get in there.
And her TikTok.
Do a little
and-
Gigi throwback.
Yeah. Well, she comes out to Dallas like every summer and parties with me at the lake house and stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll be doing content
So
together.
do you have like Do you call in the Johnnies and you're like, I need to do a scene? Or are you just doing like solo, sometimes girl for OnlyFans?
Oh, for OnlyFans?
Yeah. Are you calling in the big guns?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have content that I've done with Johnny Sins, Charles Dara, Kieran. Gosh, who else?
No one this trip?
J-Mac. No, not this trip. This was like really just kind of like a off the cuff, last minute. Like, and I was coming here more for like marketing engagement of like, I have a team that's helping me with my socials and like they are like my family that they're like, okay.
Shout out to Creators Inc.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like my family of, okay, we're going to break this down and analyze every single aspect of this. And an entire team will not just build something like, oh, these are the ABCs of what you should do. No, it's like, Rachel, we've studied your socials and your stuff, like all of your platforms that you're on, and this is curated just for you. This is what you need to do.
They're going to teach a class on like hot girl money at Harvard.
It takes all the complicated.
Yeah,
it takes all the complicated work out of it, so I can just make content.
That's the vibe.
That's the thing. Is it's like. You get bogged down in the analytics and the social media and when to schedule what and when to post.
Girl, she posts so many clips. How many phones do you have?
4.
4 phones. Because while it's uploading, she needs to be working somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's very similar to me. Like I have my 27-inch desktop and then I have my laptop and then I have my iPad and I have my phone. And it's like, you're just multitasking. Or I used to be like that before Creators Inc., and then when I went with them, it was like, I can put all of that stuff away. And now it really is just about focusing on making the content because I don't have to figure out what time to post. They help with captions and, what storyline or like, if my brain is fried, I can call up anybody from there and be like, hey, my brain is frying. Can you give me some ideas? Let's bounce some stuff, let's try something new. And they're just full of ideas and collaborations, right? Like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today, right?
True
like
that.
They connected us.
True.
Right?
Not your 650 DMs.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're very...
You gonna respond, by the way, ever? Or, like, now that we know each other?
I never...
I'm like, hey, great show.
So that's the thing with social media. Like, I do not respond to DMs on social media at all.
So, okay, do you just ghost boys fully? You have a boyfriend? You married?
Single.
Okay, so what's going on with all that?
Well, there's nothing. I'm single. There's nothing going on.
But like, how's single?
Situation.
Like, do you have like a little Dallas boy that like, it's Sunday, we do HBO night?
No.
Maybe he's like a POV dick for a WEF.
That's funny. Actually, I call them fuck sticks, not POV dicks.
I like that.
Fuck sticks.
Yeah, I definitely have fuck sticks that I work with, but that's about where that ends.
And are your fuck sticks porn guys or normies?
There are some norms. It was actually, if I had to put it, I think it's like 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm amazed at how many fuck sticks there are, but their faces there, and I'm wondering like, who am I jerking off to?
Yeah.
It's people I know.
Yeah.
But I don't,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's for sure. It's 50-50. But yeah, I don't know. I think really being able to step back and get back into the actress part of it, and because that's what I love being in front of a camera. Like I light up. It's like where I'm meant to be is in front of that camera.
So why don't you get a Hollywood agent, become an actress?
No, I'm not about that life. I want the quick in and out. I don't want to be on set for days on end working on the same thing.
I feel
to me, that's monotonous. And that's the beauty also about the porn industry is it's so fast moving and quick and it's on to the next and boom, 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 boom. There's not a boring moment about it. Like everything that it embodies being the way that the sets are, the way the scripts are, the way the people are that you work with.
Yeah, the people.
It's so amazing. Like people have so much grit in this industry. You have to, or you'll get left in the dust.
True that.
And so it's very, you see so many people come and go, but the people that have been in it for years, you learn so much from them. And people are rather open about collaborating and helping out or being like, oh yeah, I tried this and this really worked. Or I started using this app and, this has cut down my time on this. And people really share. And it is a family. It really is.
It's lovely. It's lovely. And I didn't know that, but now I work on the sets.
Oh, what are you doing on the sets? Are you a fuck stick?
No, I'm not.
He wishes.
Oh, damn. I was going to say, well, hey, how about we book something? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Can make up for my virginity. I'm going to send her the video. This is what it was supposed to be. Scoot, scoot, lady.
Yeah.
But being on the sets, now I see it. I get it now. It's so fucking chill. I thought it was.
So what sets are you on? Are you on a browser set?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. The best ones.
The best
right?
ones.
Yeah.
The best ones.
And, well, and gosh, and so really, I don't even know what we should say because it really isn't just Brazzers anymore. They have grown so big. It's Reality Kings, it's Digital Playground, it's Twisties.
Was it just Brazzers when you were?
Yeah, no, it was because Brazzers was always a part of Pornhub. The mothership, and then she has all of these, like, it's like a brothel. I'm just kidding. No, it's like it's a mothership, and then there's like all of these companies that, you know, they again do their research, right? And they see somebody has got a niche or something, they've branded themselves right, and they go in there and say, hey, this works. Like, we want this to be a part of us now. And it's just getting bigger and bigger.
So best company to shoot for ever.
That's what I'm saying is like, it's now but it's all, they're all the same now. It's like Reality Kings didn't used to be a part of it, but now it is.
Right.
So it's hard to just now pin it down and say it's Brazzers, it's Brazzers, it's Brazzers. It's really all of them because it's many of the same directors are crossing over.
There's one I like, okay? I don't know who owns it or shoots it, but I'm a property sex guy. What is property sex?
I've seen a good scene.
Property sex?
Angela White.
Have you not done it?
No.
It's where it's girls that are like fake real estate agents trying to sell a mansion. And the guy's like, oh, I don't know if I want to pay.
Oh, as just the script. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like an actual thing. I'm like, what?
He goes,
I'm like, how are they not losing their license?
He goes, I cannot pay that. What you going to do to convince me? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a big phase in my life.
Yeah. That's hot.
You know what I did?
I've
I
seen
threw it
those.
back last night. I hid my VR for myself. But
heavens.
I buried it. I dug it up. And I just took,
You're like, we're doing this. I like that you're having to hide things from yourself to stop. That means we're doing the right things.
Rachel Starr, when I first got VR, it ruined my life.
Do you really like VR that much?
I love it.
Really? So that's interesting to me because I feel like that became very popular and everybody was attacking it from all angles in the industry for a little while. And then it's not like it's gone, but it did kind of slip. And,
I'm the only guy still talking about it.
Why? You know, I mean, like, look at what is the Apple Vision? Is it Apple, the thing that Apple just came out with, right?
But no porn. There's no porn on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a big thing today. They're like, I paid $3,500 and I'm still a virgin.
Is that really a thing? So they've blocked it.
Yeah. Very interesting move by you. Legendary. That you went your whole career no anal. And then few years ago, you finally did your first anal.
No, actually not.
Fucking knew it.
So I waited 5 years or so to do my first anal. And then I didn't do it for like 10 years after that.
Okay.
So I did one no. I think I did. Yeah. So I did. No. Hold on. Let me get my timeline right. That's not right.
You deleted the files.
I thought you were meant to know.
Yeah. The files are deleted. Let me bring
cool.
back restore files.
I can't really remember any early anal scenes by Rachel Starr, to be honest.
Yeah, so there was a vignette that I did with Elegant Angel called Rachel Starr's Badass.
Okay.
That was my very first anal.
That's not on Pornhub, is it?
Who knows? I'm sure at some...
I'll let you know tonight.
I'm sure there's at least trailers on there or clips of some sort. So I did that. There was a couple that I did with Jules Jordan. And then I went this extremely long time without doing anal. And I really thought that I was never going to do it again.
Why?
It's really rough on the body. It's very, very rough on the body. Because
she's never done it.
Yeah, it's not.
Like ever, right?
Because you have to understand, like, anal sex on a set is not the anal sex you're doing at home.
Liam, is that true?
And you have to prepare like crazy, right? Is the preparation must be
The
quite
preparation, it
hard.
doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah.
Phoenix Murray is like hands down the best person to talk to and be coached through that. Every single one I did, she coached me through it before. So like really, if you start a few days prior, like with with the hydration
So
and
much-
what
that's
foods
so much
that you're putting in
work.
your
So
body.
much. Is it worth it?
Then the day of, it's so simple. I mean, it's nothing if you'll just, adjust your diet for a few days.
Because didn't you have a moment it was a live you were doing, and I don't think one girl was prepped.
And there was something
Oh,
messy.
that was a Brazzers Live.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
heard about that.
awful.
What happened?
And Kieran was such a dick. I can't believe he did what
Kieran
he
Lee was a
did.
dick. What happened?
Karen Lee?
Oh my God.
way.
So heavens to Betsy. So
Good research, Liam.
she had ate that day. And so
Do you know what she ate?
it was a burrito.
Oh, a spicy burrito.
And it was a little messy. And he, really like what guys have to put up with on set is just, I don't know how they do
They're
it.
lucky to be there,
I
Rachel
do not
Starr.
know
How
they
dare
do
you?
it. But he was a little piffed about it, like as he should be, where it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, because she was
Like,
just chawing down?
Yes,
Yeah.
right before.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
And so it was really disrespectful because you're not thinking about anybody else on set. And this is a live, like this is a group sex. Like there's numerous people involved. And we're all kind of like
Selfish.
going back and forth.
Not a
right?
team
like
player.
just from a sanitation point, like seriously, what are you thinking? Anyway, so I can't believe he did this, but it's so funny. So it was right at the end of the scene and he's fucking her. And then, we typically all like for the pop shot, like we all like get down to our knees and we like little birds with our mouths open. Right. And he had, messiness on his
So you
dick
were like,
and he slapped it on her forehead.
He told.
I've heard about this.
He told the story.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about
Wow,
this.
you were there?
Yes.
So true story.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it was like, it wasn't even just her forehead too. Like it was like on the side
And
of
he
her
had some
cheek,
British line that he
too.
said with it too,
I don't
right?
remember what the line was. I was in such shock that he had done what he had done and it was live. But like it was like on her forehead and like on her cheek too. And she had no idea. But it was kind of
Did
like
that get,
his,
like-
it was like a bit of his payback. Like, hey, you're going to be disrespectful of everybody else on set.
You wanted Chipotle?
Did
Here
that
you
get
go.
made into
Yeah.
memes? Like any like clips of it
No,
on her
there
face?
wasn't like that was so long ago. That was like way before memes were a
Yeah.
thing.
Thank God for this person's life.
Yeah, thank God
Oh
for her.
God, that would have been viral.
But I was there. I witnessed that. That was a whole thing.
Kieran bothers me because he doesn't have any business needing to be funny, and he's funny.
What do you mean
And
he
it
doesn't
bothers
have
me.
business being funny?
Because he's got it all. He's got the perfect penis and, he lives a very good, successful, happy life. Mm-hmm. He doesn't need to be funny.
Are you being jelly?
Yes.
Doesn't like
Absolutely.
when people are funnier than him.
Yeah. If you have usually the big dickers are the quiet guys. They're usually broke too,
Yeah.
because they don't have to do anything. They can mooch off you. They're probably one of your stunt dicks.
Yeah.
I think you're hanging out with the wrong men.
The big dickers are usually,
I think you're hanging out with the wrong people.
know?
I have a different experience. Yeah,
you found yourself a Kieran?
I think the men that, in my experience, that have big dicks, like they have a certain confidence, a certain suave, and it's something that they don't utilize a lot of their time focusing so much energy on something that they wish they had, I guess. And so it's
Fair.
just like they have it,
They're
they
so
have
not
that.
insecure,
So
they're
now
confident.
my experience is they're more confident.
But Rachel Starr, as such a humanitarian and nice person, and you care about the world and society and animals and global warming,
you
probably.
did do your research on the animals, didn't you? I do. I'm very.
You're probably
good.
not much of a size queen.
I am not at all.
I figured. As such.
Actually, I'm very opposite. So something that a lot of people don't know in the industry, well, they know it in the industry, of course, but outside of the industry is there are certain people that if their dicks are so big, I will charge extra.
Ooh.
I like that. It's an anti-dick campaign.
Because the reason why is it's like, you're going to make me lose work.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm going to do the scene with you, but I can't do a scene tomorrow now.
So where's the line drawn?
So
Dread.
I like to work in threes of 3 days in a row, and then I already need a break.
Okay.
And that's not even being with somebody that has a massive dick, right? Like everybody in the industry has an oversized dick, but I'm talking like massive for the porn industry.
Like, is Kieran oversized?
He's linked. So for me, it's girth that fucks me up.
Okay.
Like that's what puts me out of work. So I can do length, but girth, you're putting me out of work.
Okay, let's talk about length for a second. The vagina ends, doesn't it?
Well, it's very elastic.
Yeah.
But it's very elastic and spongy.
Because even me, I'm not packing, anything crazy, but like I can still feel the IUDs.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like
so I'm like, okay, if I had a bigger dick, I would just be poking it harder.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that a lot of the guys in the industry talk about that, don't they? Like I've heard.
Yeah, it scratches them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
And I've been scratched like twice.
Yeah.
Poor you. Not every day, but sometimes I get a scratch.
Oh, you poor Will. We got scratched.
That was an honor.
From having sex so deep in her vagina, your little wee got scratched.
I went out for beers that night, celebrating. Yeah.
Poor thing. Gosh, you're so abused.
Hey, one thing I never liked about adult porn is cream pies.
You don't like it?
I don't like them in porn.
Interesting, because that's quite a popular fetish.
Yeah.
I've only done one, I think, in my whole career.
And I was gonna say, I've never seen you do one. I didn't think you ever did.
I've done 5 in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one. And again, that was in the beginning of my career. Maybe I did one for Brothers.
I was gonna say, you're so loyal to what we want. The facial.
Wait, I think there might be one on Brazzers. So I did one in 2007, and I think Brazzers has my other cream pie, and that's it.
Okay.
You haven't done.
And I wanted to say, I thought it was 0, and I just wanted to say, like, thank you for sticking true to the boys, because we're facial guys. We're facial guys, and the guy needs to shut up, and that's what we all want.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
So the cream pie thing for me is more of it's just intimate to me, because and this is for me, it's a very popular fetish, but when I'm on set, like I'm there and I'm creating this fantasy and I have this part or whatnot. But for me, cream pie is so personal that I don't want to just absorb anybody's DNA. And like when they're creaming inside of you, like you are taking their DNA and absorbing that into your body. And for me, that's a little too personal,
I feel that.
So the only people that I've ever done that with, and that's my entire life, is somebody that like I have got major strong chemistry.
Like your porn boyfriend, Mike Fontana.
And then also like I have to know that person is very clean. Like I would never allow somebody to cream pie in me if I knew that their diet was shit. They're filling their body with poison.
If their diet was shit, that would affect a cream pie.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get BV. It tastes like gasoline. It's not good.
I'm like, if you can't even take care of your own body, you think I'm gonna let you put your DNA inside of me? You can fuck off a cliff. No.
True that.
No, thank you.
Because really in porn, what it is it's kind of just like missionary with a guy moaning. Really.
for the cream pie?
Yeah.
You can cream pie in cowgirl because then it drips out.
Yeah, but they usually don't. They usually don't.
Or doggy and you push it out.
And you'll do like, one every like 6 scenes, you'll do it like on the booty cheek. Is that accurate?
I do it on the booty cheek?
Yeah.
Like they cream on my butt?
Yeah. You kind of neglected the boobs, and that's fine. That's
interesting. I don't think that I've ever made a folder in my brain to keep
telling
track
you.
of. Yeah, no, I see that. I'm like sitting here thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I've ever made a folder in my brain for how many times are they coming on my tits versus my ass versus my face. I never made a folder for that in my brain, so I have no idea actually.
Okay, but how about this? When you masturbate, because I'm sure you do, do you watch your own stuff?
No.
Oh, you.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, I don't.
It's like getting turned on by yourself. No.
Yeah, isn't that a bit narcissistic?
I agree. I agree. People ask
Well,
me this
you know,
all the
if
time.
like it's kind of arrogant. I
yeah,
would think.
you're
And
like,
also,
I'm so fucking hot. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. That seems weird. But you know what? There is a flip side to that because maybe it's more just a girl thing that we don't watch ourselves, because how many times have you made like sex videos with, your guy for him?
Yeah.
So obviously he's jerking off to them later. That's the whole point of you filming them with
Yeah,
him.
because I feel like guys watch porn for the girl, but for me personally, I watch for the girl. Right? Do you watch for the girl or the guy?
Yeah, I watch for the girl.
Why would I watch myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I want to
Good
see a
point.
different girl.
What if it's you and what's your girl's name? Sorry,
Eva and Eva.
Yeah.
Eva.
Yes.
What if it's like you and Eva, but still no way?
No, because I don't want to seem like, what do I need to look at myself for?
Okay, but what is it with straight girls love girl? What's that about?
Because it's very feminine and it's very sensual, and women are beautiful to look at. And there's something that is very erotic about two women's bodies sliding and rubbing and all of their curves and the entire energy of it.
I love girl.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I don't understand why any girl's straight. The fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What
I
are
don't
we?
get it. I don't
Yeah,
get
we're
it.
disgusting. How bi are you, by the way?
I'm very 50-50. I've been in monogamous relationships with women and men. Yeah.
There you go. Because 2024 now, every girl's bi.
Here we go.
I don't know. Because if every girl is bi, technically every guy would be gay, and we're not.
I mean, technically, like my cherry was popped with a girl when I was 13.
How'd that?
So
13?
I was 13.
How did that happen?
She stole her mom's dildo and used it on me.
Oh my God.
A dildo at 13?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How big was the dildo?
It was like a very normal size. It wasn't intimidating. Actually, it was like, now that I think back on it, it was quite skinny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you were...
But again, I'm not a size queen, so I think that just fits. Like, I really am not. Like, I am just not a big dick girl. That is not my thing at all. Like,
We're going to get along just well.
I want to be able, like, I don't want my pussy to be sore. Like, I cannot stand it, because now it's like running the feeling for me.
Yeah.
Like, I need it to just be a normal size. And then also, like, if they're too big, you can't have sex numerous times a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that kind of fucks it up, too.
Yeah,
Dredd.
hot.
You've never worked with Dredd.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. So Dredd is this new kingpin of porn.
Okay.
14-inch penis.
Oh, so he's new. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why I don't
It's
know him.
about like this.
You did it, right?
No, I have not done it yet.
Oh, no?
I am booked in.
So now it's like this thing in porn. It's like a milestone.
yeah.
Have you done Dredd yet or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if he's like newer than 5 years,
It's
like I
about
only work
the
with people
can.
that have been in the industry for at least 5 years.
Right. Legend. Legends only.
Yeah. No, I was
Yeah.
just thinking, has he been over 5 years? Maybe.
Who, Dredd?
Yeah.
I think it's 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they haven't been in over 5,
And he does OnlyFans only.
Oh, okay.
He's about the thickness of a can.
Yeah, I'm not with that. So that's like Manuel Ferreira. Like I used to charge an extra $500.
Yeah, way bigger than
back
that.
in the
way
day.
bigger than
Oh,
Like
yeah.
back in the
Most girls
day, I
take
was
him in the
charging an
arm.
extra $500 just to fuck him.
But when I
because
had
was
Dredd
like,
on the show, he said he has zero sex in his personal life.
Yeah.
Zero.
that's very common.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but because girls don't want to.
Yeah.
Because it's...
For that reason.
Because it's like
scared.
it's a
That's
freak
scared.
scene to fuck him. So
Yeah, it's like he has elephantitis with his
my
dick.
God, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my
Just be
God, hold
scared.
on. You know what that reminds me of? I think I'm going to get his name right. I think his name was Shane Diesel way back in the day. And I remember I used to live at a model house my very first year. And maybe I was a week into the industry, and they would film porn at the model houses, during the day while we were all at work on other sets. And I had come home, I'm sneaking in. I'm almost certain it was Shane Diesel, but they literally called his dick baby Jesus.
Oh, God.
His dick was like 5 fucking pounds. I don't know if that's true,
my
but it
gosh.
was the biggest, thickest dick.
Wait, and you did this?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was just walking in. I was
Okay.
scared to death
Yeah,
of it.
good.
I was like, oh my fucking
Yeah.
God.
Stay away.
Is
That's
that,
what
oh
I'm saying.
Jesus Christ. The girl, and ironically, so I walked in I was in utter shock. Like I was probably dragging my jaw on the floor. I could not believe it. And it was like, but I also couldn't quit staring.
Yeah.
I was like, how does that thing work?
Yeah.
It was so heavy. Like it didn't even like stand like fully up. Like it just is big and it just kind of hangs out. And then of course the girl ripped. So I had to take her up to the bathroom.
Oh God.
She's bleeding. Like, and I'm talking like a full like slice, like a rip. And so I'm taking her up to the bathroom. I'm like spreading her little lips apart, seeing how bad it was. I'm like putting Neosporin
Wait, what were you doing at
on
the
it.
house?
No, but I'm putting Neosporin on it. I'm literally getting ice cubes and like trying, because the inflammation,
Gluing it back
like it was
together.
like the inside of her pussy was like coming out. It was so swollen. And I'm like literally getting ice cubes and putting ice cubes inside her pussy to try to get the inflammation to come down.
Nice person.
Yeah, you
Like,
are a nice person.
And it's like this poor girl, and she had I think that was only like her second or third scene ever. She was like so brand new. And I was like almost traumatized, like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even know like this is a thing.
yeah,
like-
I hear girls rip with dread.
Oh, there's no way.
I'm also seeing
I have
OnlyFans girls.
no interest in that.
They're buying these. You seen these dildos that are like fucking?
Oh, the tentacle.
yeah.
Oh my God, I just
go on.
recently
Yeah,
saw
just
it.
go
So
on.
I think it's a company called Tantus maybe
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think so.
And they're literally like alien dicks.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And dragons and shit. And that to me,
Like, girls, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry, like that does not look comfortable to stick inside my pussy.
No.
It's got all
No.
these bumps and these like octopus suckles.
Yeah, ugh.
You're gonna do that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I
It
ordered
just
one.
seems
Did
like
you?
it's not.
Yeah.
I
You wanna
just
film it for me?
You ordered it out. You swear to God.
Yeah, I ordered it. It's in my
But
closet.
you know, there's also like, some people really do like pain during sex, though. Like that's a thing for them is to
Yeah.
feel a certain level of pain.
Do you, so how where are you on in your personal life?
masochist.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Like, do you like to dominate or be dominant?
In my personal life, I'm probably 60 to 70% submissive.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
But
it's a good ratio.
I think I have like a healthy amount of I'm going to get what I want. You know, it's like I'm going to get what I want, whether I'm being submissive or I'm going to get what I want where it's like, just lay the fuck down and keep your dick hard and I will handle it from here.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
It's very much both. But I would say, yeah, probably 60 to 70% more submissive.
And how porn starry is your private sex?
Not.
Because we had this debate.
Yeah,
Okay,
Not
because she
completely different.
yeah, exactly. She just likes very standard missionary, normal sex.
Normal sex.
But a lot of porn girls will give the show to the guys.
Yeah.
I'm a porn star. This is what you came for.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a fine line of the two.
Yeah, porn is about entertainment.
Right, it's a performance.
It is a circus show. It's a pony show. Like that, you are there to perform for entertainment value.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not what you're doing in your personal life.
Right,
And if that's the
you're there to
kind of
create a
sex that you
connection.
need in your personal life and like you're feeling that you're having to perform to that level, maybe you need to do a little bit deeper soul searching or something.
It's actually really
Because like,
really smart.
and I just don't understand like why a woman would feel that in her personal life she needs to be so over the top in her moaning and her dirty. Like it's okay to dirty talk. I dirty
Right.
talk.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not over the top and like, just moaning as loud as I can and contorting in the weirdest positions ever. And like, I'm not being a circus show. No, like that's for porn. That's
Yeah.
what we're there to do. But I think that if you're doing that in your personal life, I don't know. Well, so I say that, I mean, there are times where I will put on a show for the man that I'm with, but that's not like a regular, like,
That's
I
just
don't
a
know.
girlfriend being a
That's
sexy
like, I
girl.
don't know, maybe 1 out of every 20 times,
Right.
like, okay, I'll give you a little extra
Yeah,
you know, and I'm
yeah.
gonna like give you an extra visual thing to like look at and, feel good about while
Yeah.
we're doing this. But that's more like a gift of like, I'm just gonna give you something different, some variety. But not something that I feel like I need to do every time I have sex in my personal life.
Right,
no.
yeah, it's completely
Yeah.
different.
Will you still give a guy, let's say a guy's more broke than you, Okay, he moves in with you. You like him. You're gonna give him like a random start to finish blowjob.
So he's broke.
He's pretty broke.
Like he broke his arm, or he's broken.
No, like bank. Like he makes like $42K a year. You know, you're holding down most of the mortgage, but you love the guy. Does he still get start to finish blowjobs? Like he's not really a man, but like you love the guy.
Oh, I don't even know what kind of question this is.
You know, like he's a good dude. Like he's great to have a beer with.
That would be somebody that's my friend, not somebody that I'm taking the time to fuck.
Right.
Like, you know, okay, if he's a good dude, cool, you're a good dude and you can be my friend. But like, if I'm fucking you, you are doing something extraordinary with your life.
Yeah. It's not just about the money, it's about the hard work.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it's like it really isn't just about the money, but it's like you're doing something extraordinary. Like you have high goals. You are reaching for the fucking stars, and to me that will make my pussy so fucking wet. I'm like, yes, you're passionate about it. I can be passionate with you too. Like seeing passion and purpose, that is what turns me on.
I agree. It's so hard.
Because some people listen, when you start a business, it can take years to get that thing off the ground and rolling. So it's not, but for someone to start a business, there's so much passion and so much purpose that's going into that, but they're not making the money that they're hoping to make at that point. You know what I mean? But that's okay. It's the purpose and the passion that is getting me like,
well,
yes,
say that to the LA girls, because these girls just want the guys at the finish line.
Well, that's why I'm not in LA unless I'm visiting here. So I don't know. Maybe that's the Texas in me. I don't know.
Right now, 2024 is a terrible year to be the grinder getting to your spot. Because that's why everyone's buying their fucking Gucci shirts and renting cars they can't afford. Because
I don't like guys in Gucci shirts.
But you know what I'm saying? Girls don't like the...
I'm like, show me the houses you own before you buy a Gucci shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, it's my biggest
But girls...
It's like the $30,000 millionaires. Like,
exactly. Every guy thinks they have to do that now because girls only want the guys
like, look at
that have
my
made
watch.
it. Yeah. And so I'm glad you said that.
But in their defense, they wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't working.
Right. Yeah. And that's why the world's fucked. And that's why you move back to Dallas.
So it's just like, it's no different than people that want to demonize us for filming porn in the first place as women. Like, you know, these feminist or what, you know, religious groups, whatever. It's like they want to hate on us that we're doing this, but it's like, if there wasn't a market for it, I wouldn't keep doing it and I wouldn't be able to keep doing it. But clearly there's enough people that like it.
If there wasn't the biggest market in the world.
It's all the religious people that consume our porn.
Right.
Yeah. It really is.
But regardless of whether, like, I don't care what group you're from, if you're demonizing the industry and saying, oh, for the good of society, you should just be a good person and not do it. And it's like, okay, first of all, let's get off your high horse, because what you're saying is very subjective. Like, you are virtue signaling your beliefs onto me and others.
Yeah, we don't do that to you.
Stay in your fucking lane. If you don't want to watch the porn, then don't fucking watch the porn. I'm not holding a gun to your head and making you watch it.
You could probably learn some positions, you fucking weirdo.
But why, like, why do you need to be in somebody else's lane that does enjoy it?
Exactly. Yeah. We don't give a fuck about your beliefs.
Yeah, like I like live and let live. Like, everybody needs to just calm the fuck down.
And if you don't want your husband jerking off to Rachel Starr, that's a you problem.
Right.
Tell your husband to stop jerking off Rachel Starr.
Well, and then maybe the deeper question is why do you have a problem with him jerking off to Rachel Starr? Mm-hmm. Like, what does that say about you? What work do you need to do on within yourself as to why you even have a problem with that in the first place? Because let's be real. You can't control other people's actions. You can only control the meaning that you are putting behind other people's actions in your head.
True
so
that.
let's put it back in the lane where it needs to be.
True fucking that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this while you're going deep here. Okay, me and my ex, we used to fight a lot about, she considered me jerking off to porn cheating. So she was...
Wait, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
So,
she thought jerking off to porn was cheating?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, I started getting more into it, the VR. Mm-hmm. And, okay, she said the VR is like you're virtually, you think you're fucking them. You convince yourself you're like fucking a girl. That's cheating. So that's why I put the VR away for like a while. And then I went back to the 2D screen.
So she's basically saying that you're a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd have an issue with that if she was my girlfriend. I'm like, so you think that I can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy?
Well, she knows I can tell the difference, but she thinks like I'm trying so hard to like want to like
Okay, but if she's being
feed my guilty
insecure,
pleasure.
but
You know,
okay, are we talking
Healthy.
about facts? Or are we going to stick with fact? Like, to me, in that argument, I'd be like, are we sticking with facts here? Because am I fucking another girl?
No, I'm fucking obsessed.
No.
right,
I'm fucking myself.
right. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Do you use like a fleshlight or do you just use your hands?
sometimes.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good question.
Yeah.
One every 10 times.
Ooh, guilty pleasure, like a tag in there. My Kiru feel Starr, male masturbator.
Let me ask you this, okay? This is a good debate question. Because sometimes I'll post on my story with a poll, 50-50 answers every time. Is it cheating to subscribe to a girl's OnlyFans who's just like a local normal girl who got an OnlyFans, but like you know her?
Oh, you like actually personally know her?
Yeah, like she works at the bar we all go to, you know?
Is that cheating is your question?
Yeah. And I post that question and it's always 50-50 answers. And the dudes all say no and the girls say yes.
Oh.
So the way that I feel about that is, to me, cheating is defined
Yeah.
by what boundaries you set within your relationship.
Yeah.
It is
that's how I
not
see it.
cheat. Like, who am I to say that cheating, let's say that y'all are a couple. Okay. Who am I to define what cheating is for y'all?
True.
Who am I to define that?
Exactly.
So this is what needs to happen in relationships is, number one, you need to sit down and have healthy communication. You need to be able to voice what your feelings are and what your needs are. And you need to have it's like a love, hate, tolerate. You know, it's like, I love these things about you. I know there's going to be things that I don't like, but I can tolerate. And then there's going to be things that I hate. And if you do these are deal breakers.
Yeah.
So people need to get really comfortable having difficult conversations. What are your deal breakers? What are the things that are maybe pet peeves, but you can tolerate them? And what are the things that fill your cup up
yeah.
that
and
I can do for you?
Yeah, if you want to call
So-
a guy out for like cheating for one of those things, and you have to have told him that that's
Correct.
my
There
idea
should
of
have
cheating.
been communication.
Yeah.
Now, I do understand that on some level, there is a responsibility that each person needs to be taking where there is assumptions that are involved. And my favorite assumption that I think is the healthiest assumption that you can make in a relationship is whatever it is that I'm doing, whether it's on my phone texting or, you know, who I'm talking to in person, if my partner was a fly on the wall, am I saying or doing anything that would make them uncomfortable? And we would have to talk about this later.
Yeah.
If that's a yes, then that's your first clue to put a pause on whatever it is that you're about to do and make a mental note. I need to sit my partner down and say, hey, I'd like to have a very mature conversation with you. This situation came up and I didn't know what you would be okay with, what you would be uncomfortable with. And I'd like us to have an open conversation about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an intimacy coach.
Yeah.
Oh. I like that though.
Into
Yeah.
me, you see.
So what does that mean? Because you're good at it, clearly.
Intimacy is it's my favorite line is into me you see. Intimacy is about seeing the other person into their soul of who they really are, not the masks that we wear, because everybody has a mask for different scenarios, right? Like all three of us, even in this room right now for this podcast, there is a certain mask that we have on that fits this scenario. Like, there's a mask that you put on with your parents. There's a mask that you put on when you're at a bus stop. Okay, we all have various masks and masks aren't to be demonized. Okay, they are social constructs that we've learned how to behave in various situations. When you first start dating somebody, there's a certain mask that you're wearing. They call it kind of that honeymoon phase, right? Like we're super eager.
3 months.
We're super eager to do something for the other person. We want to see them smile. We want to see them laugh. We want to keep their attention, right, on us.
And we hide the crazy a little bit. We save it for later.
And And that's, I don't want to call that a lie. You know, some people confuse that with saying like, oh, they were lying, they were acting, they were, you know, placating me or whatever. No, that was the social construct of the beginning of a relationship. It's very normal on both sides. And then you move out of that phase into a different chapter. And guess what? Another mask comes on, right? It's not the honeymoon phase mask of I need your attention, I need your attention. It's usually going into I have needs now. Like I have, it's no longer surface level, playful, I just want your attention. It's I have needs and I have deeper, way below surface, right? Like it's I have a deeper connection that I need from you to make this work and to feel fulfilled.
That's when relationships go to shit usually.
Well,
for me,
it's oh well, then that's a different story. That's a whole different dynamic. That's a different chapter.
I'm like, what do you mean I can't talk to adult stars anymore?
What do you mean I can't comment on their pictures now?
Right.
Yeah.
I can't like Rachel Starr's pic. She's wearing a Spider-Man costume. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's different phases. I mean, there's all different kinds of phases in the beginning of a relationship, the middle of a relationship, as years go by in the relationship. Listen, like life happens to both people at very inconvenient times. Okay, sometimes they don't happen at the same time, sometimes they do. Those are the kind of things that are really going to test you, and they're going to test your intimacy. They're going to test your sex drive, your wants, your desires. Are you going to start looking in other directions because that's just easier and you need instant gratification? Are you going to put in the work to keep things intimate with your actual partner and going to them for those things? And why? That's the root. Why are we doing what we're doing?
Wow. Good. So hold on. What does that mean, intimacy coach? Like people book classes with you?
I have done one-on-one or couples where it had a huge range. Like some of them were guys that were virgins and they were like, I'm scared to death to talk to a girl. I don't know how to dress. I don't know how to start a conversation. I don't know how to keep one going. It could be a guy that maybe he's been in a really long-term relationship and he has started watching gay porn and he wants to know, does that make me gay?
They come to you? Wow.
Because people can feel uncomfortable going to a professional counselor because they feel like it's very clinical and and with me, they feel that it's a very judgment-free zone and there's more understanding in the scope of sexuality. It's coming more from a place of curiosity and openness, welcoming. And just really trying to find out like who you are and what you want. And so they just feel more comfortable. Whereas counselors or psychiatrists, it can kind of feel like just clinical, a little too clinical.
That must be cool to use like your career to help a lot of people like that.
So let me ask you this. What's your advice to the virgins?
Well, it depends on the situation. I do an entire assessment. Like, there are certain things that are going to attract a girl that's going to make your life a lot easier if you're trying to just get to the point of getting her attention.
Like
if you look like a slob, that's not going to help you. So I need to see you on Zoom. We need to talk about like, do you have manners? Like, you know, how are you dressing? Like, how are you being presentable for a woman to be attracted to you? What do you have purpose in your life, or are you being a lush in your mom's basement and thinking that that's going to get a girl's attention? No, like you need to have purpose. You need to have drive. You need to have individuality. And a woman will be attracted to that naturally. And then you have to learn how to talk. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn how to listen. You need to read body language. You need to see cues. So there's practice that has to take place in that. You know, there's a lot of failure that you're going to have to go through before you hit success. And that's a part of the learning process. It's also a part of the problem today is everybody's so instant gratification. They think they can take a course and boom, they're supposed to be an expert, go out and just get what they want. And they get disappointed. They get disappointed over and over and over again, right? No, like we need to get really comfortable with failing. Failing is not a bad thing.
Did you know that as the years have been going by, especially the last few years, it's the latest average for people to lose their virginity?
What?
Yeah. It's, what is it now? The average virginity age is in mid-20s almost.
Oof.
Wait, is that real? Are
Yeah,
you serious?
That's a new thing.
Wow.
It's
That
getting
blows
later
my
and
mind.
later because girls are going for the top 10% of men. Apparently, okay, so there's a study that the top 10% of men, based on like money and looks and whatever, are getting 90% of women. So those 10% of men are sharing 90% of all women in the world that sleep around.
That does not seem right to me. Something seems wrong with those statistics.
Like the 10% cool dudes are fucking 90% of all girls.
I don't know if I agree with that. That just
But then the other
doesn't-
90% of
that
dudes.
doesn't hit right. Those numbers.
I'll send you my, I saw it on Wikipedia.
It has to be true. I don't know what you read on the
Like,
internet
feel
must
the
be true. No, I don't know. Like that math in my brain just
Ain't mathing.
it's not math.
I believe it. Because lately now girls, you know, especially since COVID, girls are looking way more for money and guys. Big time.
Yeah, I mean, me at 16, I was sleeping with like hot 24-year-old guys. So, and they're not virgins.
But I
They're
find that
experienced.
his days are over. The hot guy, the hot broke guy, his days are dying out a little bit now.
I just feel like maybe I have a little bit of a different perspective in the sense of I feel like women today are finding their own path, their own money, and
Yes.
they aren't looking for a man to be the breadwinner or to be knight in shining armor on a white horse to come rescue the day.
That's true too.
I think what you're saying, it's a matter of perspective, really. But you're speaking in the majorities. I guess that's just not my perception, so I'm a little shocked.
I've seen
by
the
that.
topic like 3 times on different podcasts.
Really?
But I've never seen the actual study. But I've just heard like 3 different people talk about it.
Does that seem fascinating to you?
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, I just maybe it's
I'll
just
pull
the
it
women
up.
I
I'm
don't know.
around.
I mean,
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll fact check. Pillow Talkers will fact check.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's very interesting, though.
And the late virginity one is a fact.
okay.
Interesting.
And I believe that too. Because girls, I mean, they don't really want to fuck the cute broke dude anymore.
I do.
Guys got to bring value now. More than ever.
Well, I could see that because women are bringing so much value in
Yes.
themselves now.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not in 1950s anymore, and women do have more options. And
It's never been harder to sleep with a 10 than now, realistically. Because the 10s are rich.
yeah,
The 10s are rich.
that is actually really fascinating. I think I'm like when I go home, I'm gonna kind of dig into that a little
Gotcha.
more.
Maybe you'll DM me about it.
That's interesting.
Your dreams will come true, Ryan.
So, are you from like Toronto or Ottawa?
Yeah.
And then you came here. How long have you been here in LA?
A year. And then, so I did 6 months and I had an extension to stay because I applied for a visa. My visa got denied.
Oh no, was there a reason why?
I was going for the hardest one, but it was the best one, the I-20.
Oh, okay.
And you get a 10-year green card. So it was like, we think you could get it. Didn't get it. So then I was back in Canada for 3 months. I got back 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So a year and then 2 weeks.
So what brought you to LA? Was there a path or like something that brought you here and you were like, okay, LA, or you just knew since you were little you wanted to be in California? Or
No,
like
I was
what?
a big nightclub promoter, owner guy in Toronto.
Okay.
And I was doing all the festivals, events, and I was a degenerate. I was a drunk, and I did all the parties, and I was like the Canadian promoter boy. And then COVID hit, and then I was like, oh, fuck, my life's over.
Oh, so you're really new here in LA.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got here October 2022.
Wow.
You have to go?
Okay, well, I have to give you a hug. This has been amazing.
Thank you.
Liam, do you want to come sit? Yeah, come. So I was like, you know what? I want to start a podcast, but I'm not famous. So how am I going to get viral clips? What if I interview like famous or popular people about sex and ask them sex questions? So then that turned into, okay, don't do Ryan's show because he's asking.
If that's what you were going for, to have Pillow Talk, that is a really good name if that's the route
Yeah,
you're
that's
going.
what it was.
Okay.
It was just a sex podcast for celebrities.
Okay.
And then they kind of stopped wanting to do it But I knew a lot of them because of the promoting. Every time people came to Toronto, I was their guy. So I had like the first 10 episodes, like pretty good guests. Then they were like, oh, fuck that. And then, but I was doing it on Zoom because it was COVID.
Okay.
So then I was like, fuck, what do? Oh, I'll do OnlyFans girls. And then that happened. And then ended up that we did Mil Malkova. Okay. And then boom, Mil Malkova, then Chechik was like, oh, I want to do it. And then it just became the porn podcast, but by accident. So I'm not a perv. You know, people think I'm
Even
this.
if you were, what's wrong with that?
We're all little pervs.
William Riley.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
But you know, don't think that I'm like, oh, how do I get in the porn industry? You know.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking that. Like
just,
I was genuinely curious, like because you were telling me that you were from Canada. So I was like, okay, so what was the path? Like what got you here? I was just curious.
But it's so hard to be here. It's so hard. Now I'm applying for a second one, and if not, maybe I'll marry Hayley Davies.
Or he could be my little fuck stick.
We talked about doing a wedding, me and Leon.
If not, then I'll settle with Flower Girl.
Now, are you from LA?
Yeah, I was born in the Valley.
Okay.
Porn Valley.
So Liam did porn for 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I've done my fair share in the business.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
And I'm an honorary Brazzers boy too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a Spiegler boy.
Yeah, Spieler boy.
Oh, yeah.
The only
Yes.
Spiegler boy.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's really fascinating how well that agency has done for managing talent in the porn industry. Like, very strong.
Not a bad word about
name.
them.
Oh yeah, he's the best. I mean,
Very strong.
they don't call him the Ari Gold for nothing, right?
Yeah, I actually should talk to you. So that one of my girlfriends, she's a webcam or was a webcam girl, Cherry Davies, and she's from Canada, from Montreal.
Jerkmate, baby.
And so she's done webcam for years. She just recently shot with Brazzers. She started doing her OnlyFans, but she had hit me up and was like, hey, I think because I'm so new, like I don't know who to contact for these porn companies because she's just been kind of like, I've been sharing my contacts with her.
Oh, right.
And so she was like, I think I need to find an agent to represent me and go from there so I can like really get in and start filming with a bunch of different production companies. So maybe I can talk to you because
Yeah,
I don't
please.
have his contact.
Yeah,
to
I'm
even
sure
get-
he would love that. She's hot.
Oh, she's freaking gorgeous.
Oh, we love hot new talent.
Gorgeous.
So do you kind of like stay, you know, overseeing girls, helping out?
Yeah, would you ever become an
Prodigies.
agent like in your next career endeavor?
I feel like you'd be a great agent.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like who wouldn't want to be signed with Rachel Starr?
Yeah, coaching them through the bullshit, you know.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't be a porn agent because I am not in the business of babysitting, and it's a lot of babysitting. Now, to work with already established girls as far as their work ethic that are trying to build a brand, girls that are already very serious. So that's one thing that I love about Creators Inc. is because they're working with other ambitious girls.
Yeah.
And so when we collaborate together, you're not dealing with babysitting and people showing up late and bullshit and, oh, I got drunk last night and your nails are chipped and your hair looks like crap. And, you know, you're not having to deal, you're not babysitting,
Yeah.
right? Like these are business women that are coming together and they are trying to build something, a monstrosity,
Yeah.
right? Like they are going for it.
Like when you go to one of their events, let's say their Coachella thing, it's
In
like
April,
it's
yeah.
business.
Yeah, well, it's business and so here's the
In a
thing.
good way.
It's business and fun. Just like I was talking about, like the porn industry, it really is a family. Like you can attest to, I'm
Yes, of
sure,
course.
right? Like it really is this super unique, niche family.
Especially back then, before the OnlyFans boom, it was like just everybody who was located in Porn Valley. Now it's gone global, so our family is a lot more massive. But
Yeah.
back then, like it was just literally like everybody who worked in the industry.
Yes. And okay, so it really is a family. And then what Creators Inc. has done is they realize that it's about business. It's about ROI. It's about income and expenses. It's about growth and marketing and innovation and all of that, which takes a team to do. It is almost impossible to do by yourself. I tried for many, 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 many years to do it all on my own. I was running myself into the ground. I was constantly getting sick. I didn't have time for anything in my personal life whatsoever. Then you have creators and they say, okay, we realize this is a business and this is obviously the goal. And it's really good to collaborate with others, but don't we want work to feel like it's not work?
Right, of
and
course.
then people want to be there and they're not drugged through the door and they're not showing up exhausted and like, oh my
I
God.
hate life.
They're not counting down the hours of when it's over. If anything, they're losing track of time of how long they've been there because they're having so much fun. And that's what they have really just made the perfect recipe for.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people that I want to align with. So as far as like an agency.
And just so you know, I work with them a little bit too, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a team.
You said A. I
Canadian.
Yes. But yeah, so like
I'm a Creators Inc. guy.
So as far as me being an agency, I don't think like, a porn agency, no, or, and I don't know if I would ever want to have my own agency. Like that is a lot of work. But working within an agency environment.
Like a business consultant.
A consultant or just one, like I have certain things, everybody has pros and cons and things that they're really good at and other things that they're not great at, right? Like just to be able to put what I have learned over many decades, or like, I guess 2 decades, now, I've been in the adult industry since I was 18, the porn industry for 17 years. That's a lot of knowledge to just let go by the wayside.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you have an agency where they see your talents and they say, hey, we can use you in this area, great.
Yeah.
Why not? I want to share the wealth. I want to teach. I love to teach. And I love seeing people like the light bulbs go off. Like, when somebody's eyes like light up and they're like, oh my, they
That's what I
finally
needed.
get it. Like, oh, that moment for me is like, yes, like hearts, like I'm like, yes, I love that.
So what would you say to young girls and they're thinking right now, I don't want to go to school. I know I'm hot. I don't want to be an escort. There's porn for me.
I think that's just too broad of a question. There is a lot. That's a big decision to make.
Right.
That's not.
I would always start off saying like, porn's not for everybody. Like you really have to make sure like, is it something you want to commit to? Because it's forever.
At least now they can really ease into it. There's the gateway of OnlyFans of how far do you want to take it. Mm-hmm. Whereas you when you're 18, it was black or white, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Porn is a very big decision to make. And especially in our time today versus even the generation before me in this industry, if you do it, it's forever. It's not going anywhere. It's going to follow you
Somebody
forever.
will find it.
And I heard in Dallas, by the way, you get recognized more than Mark Cuban.
Oh, I don't know.
You know who told me that? Steve from Bang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he saw you at Moxie's one night, and a guy goes, Rachel Starr, I want to buy you a shot, But you were talking to Steve, and you go, well, if you buy me one, you got to buy all my friends one.
Ooh.
That sounds like something I do.
That's a party girl.
How many are they? Oh, how many are you? 12. And then as soon as you bought them, you went, so Steve, what's up? And
That's
he goes,
not me. No, I would have like taken a picture and given him the time of
Yeah, that's what he said. But then, but then you got them all shots, and then as soon as you
that does sound like something I would do though.
and he's like, yeah.
They had their moment.
Yeah.
They got the picture.
Yeah.
But he goes, Rachel Starr in Dallas, like when she shows up to Moxie's, the heads turn.
Is Moxie's like a bar, a fun place?
Yeah,
or like...
so it's at the Crescent Hotel, which is right smack in the middle of our uptown, which is like, it's a whole strip on McKinney Avenue, and it's just bars and hotels and like, it's a really long road, and it's kind of like a 6th Street in Austin. I don't know what y'all would call it here. Do y'all have a street in LA that's like that?
No.
WeHo? Santa Monica?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
That's where the gay bars are. The gayborhood, like Cedar Springs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I live.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, but yeah, so it's like a 6th Street for Austin, but it's like McKinney Avenue in Dallas, uptown, like that's where it's at. And it's at the Crescent Hotel, which is a 5-star restaurant, and Moxie's is right.
You know where Moxie's is from? Ottawa.
Oh, is
Really?
it? Wow, I didn't know that.
And all the management are people that have worked in the Ottawa restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
All the best things
It's
come
our
from
only
Canada.
cool thing.
That's your only cool thing.
Yeah.
Well, the Canucks are pretty cool for Canada, so I will say that. I like the Canucks.
That's Vancouver.
I know, but it's still
Oh,
Canada.
I meant Ottawa's cool thing. Toronto's cool.
Oh.
Toronto's cool.
Yeah, I like Toronto. I
Prettiest girls
spent
in the
more
world.
time in Vancouver for Canada than anywhere. They're hiking and they're just, oh my God, the scenery and the ocean. Oh my heavens.
She's a humanitarian.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Good person.
Oh, we should talk about her best friend, since she loves animals, Joe Exotic.
Oh, yes. Forgot to bring that up. What is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
You're friends with Joe Exotic?
Yes.
And did an interview at the zoo.
That's crazy.
Numerous ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the show.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
were friends for years and years before. I think like 7 years before he ever did that documentary.
Wild. You're the only person that's friends with Joe Exotic.
No, I'm not the only. He has lots of friends.
Yeah, he's pretty popular. I mean, there's a reason why he had a show.
So hold on. Have you met Carol Baskin?
No,
But we hate her. You hate her.
I don't hate her. I don't know her.
Did she kill her husband?
I don't know.
You must know some shit we don't.
I don't know anything about her other than the intense amount of harassment with lawsuits and trying to shut down his zoo for a year from the time I knew him. When I first met him, he constantly had issues with her.
Yeah.
Constantly.
so
The rivalry of the century.
It was a rivalry. Yeah.
And he would complain about Carol to you?
That fucking bitch, Carol.
It wasn't like that really in the beginning. I mean, it just got more intense because the lawsuits became more aggressive and the way social media, social media added this layer where we are able to get on a platform like this and really influence a massive amount of people that may not truly understand the deep roots of an industry or big cats or why certain laws exist and certain laws don't exist. And they have a lot of influence to paint a certain picture for people to believe without giving them all of the facets and the complexities of the whole thing. And when you do that, you get rivalries, you get two sides, right? Like, I'm trying to paint this pretty picture for you, be on my side over here. I want you to think like this. So I'm going to get you to believe all of these things.
Team Carol's Team Carol.
Right.
Team Joe's Team Joe.
Right, and you're going to pick a side.
Right. And so that social media really added a layer to that.
But can you believe he actually tried to murder her?
No, I don't believe that at all.
He's too nice.
Oh, you don't? You actually don't believe it?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
Okay.
Gays don't kill people
Right.
very often.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, no,
I've never heard of a gay Jeffrey Dahmer.
But that's why I said not very often. Like,
Yeah.
we do have our few.
No, that's of course, I'm not there. I don't know the inner workings of all the things. Like, I can only speak on my experiences with Joe. It is very hard for me to see him taking that path. I just cannot wrap my head from the experiences I have with him of there's something so much more to that story, or
You heard it
that
here
was
first.
something was hyperbolic.
Free Joe.
Something got twisted and turned is what my gut is.
Of
Now,
course.
do I know for sure? No, I don't know for sure. I was not there, but I can tell you.
Your gut tells you, come on.
Especially when the media gets involved.
Yeah. But what I can tell you is prior to the documentary, prior to all of that, he was a true friend that was there for many hard moments of my life and was one of the few people that I would get on the phone with and he'd be like, girl, get your butt up here. Come spend time with me. I got you. And he would spend hours talking with me about whatever it was that was going on in my life. He was so supportive. He checked in on me. I checked in on him. His place wasn't just a sanctuary for big cats and animals. It was a sanctuary for people.
Oh, that's so deep. I love that.
Wow.
That's my experience.
And you would go in there and play with like all the animals and stuff and just
I
like...
did that, but I mean, at first, when I first went there, yes, it was about the animals. But when I met Joe and he welcomed me with such open arms, and he was so incredibly sweet. He was so interested and curious and engaging, and really gave a lot of value to our friendship. Like, he put forth effort. And so it really came more about like, not about the animals. It became, I want to go up there and I need a friend.
You guys became real friends.
I wanted to go up there to see Joe.
I didn't know you guys were that close. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And where's that? Where was it?
It was just north. So the Texas-Oklahoma border. So it was just north, like maybe 30 minutes past the border.
Okay.
And you would drive, road trip it yourself, like just hop in your car and you'd be like, I'm going to go for the day.
It's not that big of a drive from Dallas, you know. It was kind of like my little hidden place that, you know, when I needed to just get away from all of it and decompress, I didn't tell people where I was going. I didn't want people to like follow me up there. There was only one friend that I ever took there with me. Most of the time when I went there, it was like I just wanted to be there with Joe.
Wow. And do you guys still write or like?
Yeah, we talk.
No way.
Sweet.
You still talk to Joe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we stay in contact.
Oh. How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's working really, really hard. Obviously, you know, trying to get out of jail. A lot of new evidence that he has. I think he's building a really good case. And then outside of that, his love life is looking on the up. So that makes me really happy for him. Because
you'll be there the day he gets out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that's really good for him, that he has that happiness, especially with the situation that he's in. He needs somebody that he has lots of supporters, but to have an intimate supporter is, I think, very important.
Right.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I talked to whoever's running his Instagram.
Okay.
We were going to do an episode through the prison phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually
kind of
we were
epic.
working on it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know, it's a sex podcast. Like, you probably want
I
to
think it would hit.
You probably want to get your story out. And he's like, yeah.
Well, he does want to get this story out. That's for sure. That's probably like his main focus. But I mean, we did podcasts. I mean, we had many talks. He's so open about his sexuality.
Oh yeah.
And always has been from the time I knew him. I've never known him to not be open with that. And he's so curious. Like he really understands psychology and like what makes people tick. And so when I would have, like, if I was confused about something or I was just kind of struggling, like, I don't really know how to think about this. Like, he was so freaking good at, like, he could break it down and be like, well, you're probably feeling this way because of this. And, you know, here's the pros and cons of that. You should probably do this. And I would be like, oh my freaking God, yes.
This is great.
So
I thought you just took a picture with him.
No.
I didn't know it was this deep.
No. We are really close friends.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
That's
Yeah.
great. You ever slept with him? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Okay, celebrity ones. Here's another good question I have. Usually when people come on the podcast...
Better co-host than Hayley. I'm kidding.
Usually when people come on the podcast, they name drop. But like I was watching an interview with you where a celebrity name dropped you. Mm-hmm. Do you know?
Mm-hmm. MGK.
But that, like...
That's crazy.
But
he's outing you? You know, usually the girls come on here, they out the Chris Browns and all them.
And it was like over 10 years ago. Like he literally looked like a little baby. I was like, oh, MG.
Yeah. I don't kiss and tell, I guess.
Respect.
So it didn't bother me.
I didn't take you as an MGK girl, by the way.
It was by chance that we even met, honestly. And then when we did, we hung out for a really long time as friends before anything ever happened between him and I.
So he puts it down. He does this thing, eh? There's a reason he's got Megan.
He's a cutie. I like him.
I don't kiss and tell.
I would kiss.
No, he knows what he's doing.
I bet.
He knows what he's doing. I love that.
I would kiss. I wouldn't tell though either.
Yeah. No. he's got things figured out for sure. He knows what he's doing. And also another person, like, we were good friends. We don't stay in contact now. I think our lives just kind of went separate ways. But if he walked through the door right now, like, we would both grab each other and give each other a huge hug, and we would want to catch up for the next 2 hours, and we'd be talking nonstop of like, oh, and I was doing this and that and da da da. So we would pick up right where we left off, but our paths are just, I think, just different.
But what's up with him dropping that on the radio show? Kind of whack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, bro, I guess he was young and stupid.
It was 10 years ago.
You know what? If I slept with Rachel Starr, I'd be fucking seeing it on a mountain.
It didn't bother me when he name dropped me. It's just I mean, look, I put my sexuality out for the world to see. So it's not really offside for him to name drop me. But
you were the trophy in his eyes.
But he is not a porn star. He's a different kind of celebrity. So that's where, for me, I don't think it's appropriate for me to kiss and tell because he's not in that industry. Whereas, again, like for me, I've already put my whole sexuality is on Front Street, and that's what made me a celebrity.
Right.
So do you see what I'm saying? The difference? So I don't think it's weird that he name dropped me, but I wouldn't.
I think it's the other way.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I'm just so used to the girls being here like, fuck Chris Brown last night, you know.
But it means that you're the bigger star too, especially 10 years ago. I mean, right?
Well, I always say this. The porn stars are the celebrities to the celebrities.
True.
I always say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, I guess I see what you're saying.
You know, they're in their confined space and they're just obsessing over a girl.
They call them secret starlets.
Yeah.
I read an art. Like, well, that's what they called Riley Reid.
Secret starlets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Like what they gossip about is like, oh my God, Rachel Starr replied to my DM, you know?
Okay.
You're the celebrity to the celebrities.
That's funny. I never really thought about it like that. But yeah, so there's lots of, I feel like, name dropping happening across all industries, and it's done for clout, or it's done because they're excited about it. That was at a time when he was coming up, you know, so I'm sure for him it was like
super exciting.
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think it was done
as
a clout thing. I think it was done as like, he was really excited, you know, like he got to meet me. And then not only did he get to meet me, but we became friends, and like we stayed in contact. And like,
well, he didn't brag about being friends with you.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't. True that. Shame on me. Shame on me. It was all about the sex. You know?
I'm going to brag about being friends with you after.
Me too.
That's right. That's right. You should. You
Me
should.
too. We're Canadians.
But yeah, there, you know, this industry is really cool, and I'm really blessed for the expansive amount of people from all backgrounds worldwide. That is one thing I have to say is like astounding. Like, wow, how would I have ever met so many people from so many different backgrounds and learned so much from them? And that's just like blessings like falling all over me. I'm like, oh my God, for me, that is what is amazing.
So back to the question I asked about 20 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Girls, do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Yeah,
What a life.
I don't know. That is such a hard question. I'm like, I guess what I would say is, you know, in this day and age, it's not really hard to find somebody that's in the industry that you could talk to and really like try to reach out to somebody that's in the industry and ask them, what is your perception? What are your pros and cons of the industry? What is one thing that you would take back if you could? What is one thing that you love that, you know, you're so proud that you were able to do? And you have to take a look at your own situation.
You know what? Talk to Rachel Starr. That's it. I'm going to come to you for like random questions.
Okay.
You have to really do your
recipes,
homework.
you know, anything.
Recipes.
You're all knowing.
I've got a great taco salad recipe that I put on my OnlyFans,
Ooh,
where it's like I'm in
yum.
this like red negligee.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I'm in this red negligee, and I'm like, but I'm actually like, I swear to God, like I'm legit. Like I have this taco recipe. It's so fucking good. I make it for myself like every single month. It's my favorite.
Oh, we love the
and
taco.
I was like, you know what? I was like, why not wear a red satin negligee and just show people like, yes, this is the taco salad that I want, and this is how to make it. And yes.
And now OnlyFans has a whole cooking show.
Oh yeah,
You should go on and go cook for everybody.
I don't know if they would take me at this
You should
point.
get her on.
Will they allow me to wear lingerie on the cooking show? Then maybe it's worth my while.
Yeah.
They'll probably be like, can you put on something a little more?
This OnlyFans t-shirt.
Yeah. Wear the OnlyFans merch and then you can be on.
Rachel Starr, I knew from just, being a fan forever that you were such a nice person, but I didn't know you were this smart. Probably the smartest person I've talked to in years.
Oh my.
And I actually mean that. You're a smart, nice, great human being, and we love you.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you. That is very sweet.
This is our new record, longest ever,
How long is it?
an hour 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
longest ever. What's our longest, Terry? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Max. Oh, no. We're still going. But Rachel Starr, I just want to say you are an incredible, amazing, inspiring person. And we love you.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And
That
so
means a lot.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, I have to say, I haven't done a podcast in quite some time. And so this has been an absolute pleasure to come on. And I also, the way that we were able to just free flow, there was no bullet
Oh,
points.
yeah.
There was no, we need to make sure we talk about this or that.
Yeah.
It was really y'all, obviously you had done some research and you had some things that you wanted to bring up and ask me about, which I loved. But I really liked the free flow of this.
It was lovely.
Yeah, it hit.
Legendary episode.
My little muffin.
And I just want to say, co-host 1, you were number 1. She was number
thank
2.
you.
Hayley Davies.
Thank
Oh,
you.
be nice. I loved her.
I always
His
tease
little
her.
muffin, he's always super nice to me.
I always tease Hayley, and I'm always so sweet to my angel.
I love that.
So what is your OnlyFans, Rachel Starr?
Onlyfans.com/Rachel Starr with 2 R's, triple X. And same thing for my Twitter, Rachel Starr, triple X. My Instagram is just Rachel Starr. Pretty much my link is in my bio on both of those. So if you get confused, just find either my Twitter or my Instagram and it'll take you straight there. I'd love to get to know you and see some naughty
Shout out
content.
to Creators Inc.
Yes.
Shout out to Browsers. Shout out to Jerkmate.
Yes.
Number 1 campsite in the world. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right.